Bueno, seguimos en la capilla. A ver qué encontramos. Vamos a robarle al templario de momento. A ver qué tienes. Mierda, no tiene nada. Tú tienes una marquita. Sir Donald.
Who? I beg your pardon. I did not see you approach.
Es que soy muy sigiloso.
Sir Donald? Is that you?
¿Se conocen?
Alistair? By the Maker, how are you? I was certain you were dead.
Not yet. No thanks to turn Logain.
If Arl Eamon were well, he'd set Logain straight soon enough.
If he were well? What do you mean?
The Arl is stricken with an illness that threatens his life. We have found no cure, either natural or magical.
Ahí va nuestra ayuda.
Only a few weeks ago, but he has declined quickly. No one knows the nature of the illness, and even magic has done little to slow its
Lo
progress.
envenenaron.
Our only hope now is a miracle. Every knight of Redcliffe has gone in search of the urn of sacred ashes.
Aquí.
Andraste's ashes are said to cure any illness. But I fear we are chasing a fable. With each day, my hope dims.
Tu amigo Sir Henrik está muerto. Tengo algo que le pertenece.
What? And you have his locket? And a note? Maker's mercy. Thank you for giving me these. I would never have known otherwise.
¿Hay alguna recompensa?
A reward? Oh, of course. I hope a sovereign is sufficient. Thank you. I wonder how many of us have met similar fates on this mad quest.
¿No deberías estar huyendo de los engendros tenebrosos?
My mission takes priority. But I fear I shall be returning to Redcliffe with nothing to show for my efforts.
¿Y la búsqueda de las cenizas te ha traído aquí?
I expected to take advantage of the Chantry's library, in fact. But my skills are better suited to battle than chasing down tales.
Y cuéntame más sobre la urna.
Supposedly, the urn contains the ashes of the prophetess Andraste. Surely you know all this.
Parece una pérdida de tiempo.
Nothing I have found leads me to believe that this was anything more than a quest of desperation. With Henrik gone, I need to return to Redcliffe. Perhaps later I will seek out the scholar his note mentions. But I must go. Thank you again, my lady. You have been most helpful.
Una monedita de oro. ¿Y tú qué miras?
It's terrible. So many come to Lothering seeking refuge, only to find that we can offer little more than prayer. Does the Maker see our plight? Is he moved by this destruction? I apologize. The Maker's plan is too grand for me to fathom, especially at times like this.
El hacedor no existe. ¿Qué están coreando esos sacerdotes exactamente?
The Chant of Light. Surely you know it.
Hay un loquito ahí adelante que se la pasa cantando esas estupideces. Nunca había oído que lo cantaran de esta forma.
Perhaps you haven't heard these verses before. The entire chant takes weeks to sing and is only done straight through at the Grand Cathedral in Val Royeaux. Here we can only sing a few verses per week and finish anew each first day.
¿Y quién está a cargo?
The revered mother presides over the chantry and Sir Bryant leads the few Templars guarding us.
Bueno, me voy.
May the Maker watch over you.
Hay más tienen alguna misión secundaria. Estúpidos. Hermana.
I'm sorry, but I must prepare the Chantry's vestments before we leave.
Yeah.
We
There's
needed
very
more
little time.
Yeah.
Don't you
Niña.
see how scared everyone is?
La niebla.
did we come here?
Tú.
I'm sorry, I cannot talk now. I must feed the holy brazier to ensure the flame never dies.
Aquí. ¿Cuál es el significado del brasero?
It represents the flames that burned Andraste herself. Do you know the tale?
Y... no hace falta que me lo digas.
I wish you well.
¿Qué tonterías? Cantor. Nada. Cantor. Nada. Tú. Nada. Peter Grich.
What can I do for you?
Te traigo una carta de los irregulares de Blackstone.
I knew this time would come. I should have listened to my sister. Sure, sign the paper, she said. You'll enjoy some coin now, but they'll be back. I guess I'll see you on the front lines.
Sí, nos vemos. Ah, maldición, no puedo abrir esta maldita puerta. Maldición. Templario.
You, miss, what is your name? You seem quite odd to me.
You would not be the first to think so. But avert your eyes. I will not have you staring over long.
Best get used to it. I'll be watching you. We want no trouble here.
Haciendo amigos como de costumbre, ¿eh, Morgan? A ver qué tienes acá de tu tanta. No mucho. Tienes muchos cofres, pero no puedo hacer nada con ellos.
Good day, Sister Leliana. I'm surprised to see you're still in Lothering.
It is good to see you as well, Your Reverence.
I do not recognize your companion. Greetings. Will you be making a donation to the Chantry? Our need has never been greater.
Un diezmo a la capilla, ¿estás de broma?
A great number of people could be fed and clothed for a fraction of your finery. But you must do as your heart wills. What can I do for you then?
Quiero hablar sobre Sten, el kunari al que enjaulaste.
It might have been kinder to execute him, but I leave his fate to the Maker. Why does he interest you?
¿Qué es lo que hizo?
He butchered an entire farmhold. Only one of the youngest hid long enough to survive. The child said his father had found the Canary gravely wounded and took him in. That kindness was repaid with murder. The bandsman found the Canary just standing amidst the carnage. He did not resist them.
¿Estás segura de que lo hizo él?
He confessed quite readily, but would give no reason for the crime. Even the seasoned knights who apprehended him were disturbed by the carnage. However docile he appears, do not be fooled. That Canary is a danger.
Puede ser un miembro útil para mi causa. ¿Y si esto causara un incidente con su gente?
The Maker demands justice, regardless of his race.
Quiero que lo liberes. Puede resultarme útil.
Then his next victims might count you and me as their murderers.
Creo que deberías reconsiderar tu postura. He venido a devolverlo con su gente.
That seems highly unlikely. Do you have any sort of papers to corroborate your story?
Mierda. Y mi padre fue el Tern Coastland. ¿Es suficiente garantía?
Be that as it may, I cannot release a murderer simply because you are of noble birth.
Mierda.
Be reasonable.
No tengo tiempo para esto. Dame la llave de la jaula ahora mismo.
Now we threaten priests. How fun.
Whoa, whoa! Let's not get out of hand here.
What is the meaning of this? You would threaten me with violence?
Te voy a matar,
Your
vieja.
Reverence, please. We are on an important mission. Let us take the Kunari off your hands. I beg you.
I see. And if not, I am to be assaulted. Is this what we have come to?
No, Your Reverence. I will not allow that to happen.
I have more important matters to concern me. Here, take the key to the creature's cage and begone. Do not return.
¿Dónde? Vieja. ¿Y sabes qué voy a hacer ahora? Te voy a robar. A Alistair no le gustó nada de eso. Mierda, no tenía nada. ¿Qué pasa, Alistair? Mis decisiones no te gustan. ¿Quién tiene la maldita llave? Vamos a liberar al Kunari.
And so I shall.
¿Dónde estaba el Kunari? Creo que estaba por allá, una jaula por allá.
So I take it you did not enjoy your Templar training?
That's directed at me, I take it.
Do you see any others about who have failed at their religious instruction?
I didn't fail. I was recruited.
You wish something more of me?
Tengo la llave de tu jaula.
I confess, I did not think the priestess would part with it.
Accedido a liberarte bajo mi custodia.
One would think she would send a document or an agent of her
Maldita sea,
champion.
todos piden
But
documentos.
perhaps not all humans act in such a fashion. So be it. Set me free and I will follow you against the Blight.
¿Y si decido hacer otra cosa contigo?
You may try.
Muy bien, te dejaré salir.
And so it is done. I will follow you into battle. In doing so, I shall find my atonement.
¿Y si me molestas y decido meterte?
You can try. May we proceed? I am eager to be elsewhere.
Me cae bien. Bueno, vamos a llevarnos a...
Blast and damnation.
No, sí.
Indeed.
Ven. Tú te quedas.
Of all the...
Oh,
Blast it.
el cura
Yes.
se viene conmigo. Y no sé qué más. Que este probablemente sea guerrero, sí, es guerrero. Ah, vos sos pícara. Mierda, y yo te estaba poniendo puntaje como para que seas guerrera. Ay, mierda, qué carajo. Entonces yo soy pícaro. Y si yo no llamo al perro. Perro.
Blast and damnation.
Puta madre.
Vashaden.
Indeed.
Yes.
Listo, ya te preocupes. El perro puede subir de nivel. Vamos a darte, no sé, fuerza. Siguiente. Bien. Y para te voy a poner dar un poco de equipo a vos que no tenés un carajo. No tiene arma. Guarda promesas. Te voy a dar el guarda promesas. Y te voy a dar alguna armadura. Te voy a dar esto. Sácate esa ropa ridícula. Y te vamos a dar el casquito de los Kunari, que es tuyo. No sé qué más. A ver. Exploración, armadura. Vamos a darte esto. Y nada más. Bien, ahora aquí. ¿Alguna cosa más para hacer acá? Estás en patas. Bueno. A ver si puedo comprarte algunas botas o algo. Tú, hazme precio, maldito.
Hello, friend. Care to take advantage of your discount?
Desde luego.
This way. And beware the urchins. They have grabby little hands.
Se las cortaré. A ver qué tenéis. Guardiante de cota de malla. ¿Por cuánto tiene de fuerza este? Ay. Bueno, ya encontraremos en el camino, capaz. A ver si tengo algo para venderte. La ropa esta del Kunari te voy a dar. Y nada más. Suficiente. ¿A dónde carajo tengo que ir? Bueno, ya fue. Me voy de acá. No hay más enemigos. No. Solamente quedan los esqueletitos. Corre más rápido, maldita sea. ¿Sí? Quedaron algunos sin saquear. Lo vamos. ¿Sí? Sí. El dragón zombie se mueve y dirige sus malditas tropas. Las pesadillas.
Bad dreams, huh?
Habré comido algo en mal estado.
Drank more like, as in the tainted blood, remember? You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight.
¿Por qué eso se lo dijo Duncan a todos?
He did. He said he felt the Archdemon's presence. Everyone just assumed he was guessing. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me too.
¿Y alguna otra sorpresa?
Other than dying young and the whole defeat the Blight alone thing, no. I'm all tapped out for surprises. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
Sí, señor. ¿Dónde mierda estamos? Hay un campamento ahí. Y que tengo que hablar con todo el mundo ahora. A ver, Liliana, hablemos.
Yes?
Y me apetece charlar.
Well, here I am.
¿Qué hacía alguien como tú en la capilla del Duderino?
What is meant by someone like me?
En el claustro no nos enseñaban a pelear, ¿verdad?
Did you think I was always a cloistered sister? The Chantry provides succor and safe harbor to all who seek it. I chose to stay and become affirmed.
Así que adquiriste tus habilidades antes de ingresar en la capilla.
I was a traveling minstrel in Orlais. Tales and songs were my life. I performed, and they rewarded me with applause and coin. And my skill in battle? Well, you pick up different skills when you travel, yes? Yes, of course. Let's move on.
Lo que digas. Vamos a hablar un poco más tú.
What do you need?
Hablemos de Duncan.
You don't have to do that. I know you didn't know him as long as I did.
No, la verdad que no. Pensé que tal vez necesitaras hablar.
I should have handled it better. Duncan warned me right from the beginning that this could happen. Any of us could die in battle.
¿Qué le pasa a ese maldito perro?
Lost it. Not when so much is riding on us. Not with the blight and everything. I'm sorry.
Necesitas un hombre para ayudar, hombre. Que no se repite.
Don't worry. So long as we're looking at taking down that bastard Loghain, I won't be losing any sleep at night. And thanks for the warm concern. For a moment there, I thought you might actually have cared.
Ay, nos llevamos muy bien, Alistair. Tú eres muy rígido ahí. ¿Qué pasa?
Why are we stopping?
Estamos trabajando juntos. Creo que debo conocerte.
There are Darkspawn to be fought. Is this delay needful?
Necesito saber si puedo confiar en ti para cuando me guardes las espaldas.
I am Kunari. I have given my word to aid you. We are not people of idle promises.
Nunca antes había visto un Kunari. Háblame acerca de los tuyos.
No.
Maldito seas. No, ¿por qué no?
People are not simple. They cannot be summarized for easy reference in the manner of... The elves are a lithe, pointy-eared people who excel at poverty.
Dijiste que pertenecías al ejército.
I am.
¿Por qué los Kunari han enviado soldados aquí?
The Antam are the eyes, hands, and mouth of the Kunari. We are how my people know the world.
¿Alguna vez luchaste en una guerra?
I have always fought in war, human.
Entonces, ¿qué quieres decir con eso?
My people have been at war since the moment we set foot in the Northern Islands.
Obviamente los nativos no quieren ceder su tierra.
It is not the native humans we fight.
Entonces, ¿contra quién?
The enemy is everywhere. The jungle itself, vipers, hunting cats, even some of the flowers can kill the unwary. And always there is the Imperium and the Talvashoth.
¿Y qué son esos Talvashot?
I do not see how this matters. Seheron and Parvolan are distant. Ferelden and the Darkspawn are immediate.
¿Y por qué tanta prisa?
What a strange language you speak. You say hurry where I would say duty.
Pero no es tu deber encargarte de la ruina.
No, it is yours, and you are chatting with me instead.
Maldito seas.
As you wish.
Tanto. Tú, hablemos.
What do you wish of me?
Hablar... Me gustaría hablar de un tema personal.
We are in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
¿Y por qué sigues aquí?
I am here because Flemeth commanded me to aid you. Why? Do you wish me to leave? I can do so if you prefer.
Necesito un mago. ¿Quieres marcharte?
If I wanted to leave, then I would go. I remain, so do not ask such pointless questions.
Muy bien. A nadie le gusta hablar conmigo, maldición.
It's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon Fennick at your service once again. I saw your camp and remember the kind offer that you made the last time we met. And is there anywhere safer for a poor merchant and his son to sleep? I think not. I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes?
¿Qué es lo que vendes?
Anything, everything, but all of the finest quality. No cheap trinkets here. And my boy Sandal happens to be a bit of a hand with enchantments. Oh, yes. Sadly, it also makes us a target for bandits in the night. If there were spare hands to hire as guards, I would have done so long ago.
¿Has estado siguiéndonos?
Following you? I'm not even certain where you're going, my friend. And quite frankly, it's none of my business.
No,
Trust me when I say that my encountering you here was serendipity and nothing more. I travel a lot, so I'm bound to meet everyone on the road eventually. If you prefer, I'll take my boy and be on my way. But regretfully, you're the safest spot on this road, without a doubt.
Déjame ver tus mercancías, Boden.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
¿Tienes alguna mochila o algo así? Tomo de técnica arcana. Usar este tomo da al lector un punto para gastar un talento, pero pierde su poder después de ello. 3 monedas de oro. Creo que me voy a quedar... No, 22. Mierda, es carísimo. Tiene muchas runas. Oraciones Kunari para los muertos. Máscara orlesiana. Manuel, mochila, sí, esto lo necesita. Dame. Bueno, suficiente. Al diablo. ¿Y este quién es? Levi Dryden.
You're a hard woman to find.
¿Qué quieres?
Where are my manners? The name is Levy. Levy Dryden. Did Duncan ever mention me? Levy of the coins? Levy the trader?
¿Conocías a Duncan?
Oh, yes, for years. Considered him a friend, I did. But here I am carrying on while you have a blight to stop. Don't want to waste your time. But you see, Duncan promised that together we'd look into something important for the Wardens. And for me. But poor Duncan's... well, no more. A tragedy it is, at that. But I know he would want his work carried on. His pledge fulfilled.
¿Y qué te prometió Duncan?
Well, as you know, my family's name is mud around noble circles. My great-great-grandmother, Sophia Dryden, was the last Warden Commander of Ferelden back when the Wardens were known as freeloaders. So King Olin banished the Wardens, and he took House Dryden's land and titles.
Dime simplemente lo que quiero saber.
Duncan wanted to reclaim the old Grey Warden base, Soldier's Peak. And perhaps we'll uncover evidence to restore my family's honor along the way. Nobody's been to Soldier's Peak since the Grey Wardens were banished, but I found a way. They say it's haunted, and it's certainly dangerous. Will you help me?
¿Y por qué no te ayudó Duncan?
Darkspawn surfaced in southern Ferelden, and Duncan got plenty busy recruiting new wardens and meeting with good King Cailan. Duncan said he would help after the Battle of Ostagar. Said there might be useful things at the peak, but he never had the chance.
¿Y cómo ayudará a los guardas la recuperación del pico?
Soldier's Peak is strategic and symbolic importance. Duncan said that it would be worth it right there. He also hoped to recover lost warden history and perhaps a few old relics. No one knows what's up there now.
Me lo voy a pensar. ¿Dónde está mi perro? Porque se la pasa ladrando, maldito sea. ¿Dónde estás? ¿Qué te sucede, Chucho?
Oh, why, you little...
¿Estás hostigando a mi perro?
Me harassing your dog? I should say it's the other way round. Your furry friend here took offense at me getting near his food. He snapped at me, look.
Buen chico, dale una lección a ese tonto.
Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me.
¿Y ahora qué juego? Ya están todos listos, terminaron con sus tonterías. Bueno, nos vamos. A donde sea, sí, vamos. A ver, vos.
Indeed.
Vos.
Yes.
Y vos. Vamos a... ¿Qué carajo es esto? Joseph Lemme, de espesura Corcari, Ostagar, Pueblo de Risco Rojo, el Paso de Sulcher, Presilia, Lothering vine, no, Lothering ya estuve, Denering, Tierras de Pan Loren, Montaña de la Espalda Helada. Aunque la ruta es más tradicional que la del Paso de Gerland del norte, el de Sulcher puede ahorrar más de 2 días de viaje a Storlace. O sea que estos son lugares a los que puedo viajar desde acá. Okay, bueno, vamos a... acá, supongo. El Paso de Sulcher. No se atacan en el camino. Maldita sea, maldito sea. Duderino. Se está curando. Ups. Se me cae. Casi me mata. Mierda. Uf. Mierda. Ese era fuerte. Pero está lleno de trampas la concha de mi hermana. Desactivo el punto de experiencia rápidos. Fallo en desactivación. ¡Mierda! ¡Mierda! Bueno, vámonos. Por eso se sale de acá. ¿Por qué? Bueno, ¿por qué? Vamos a investigar. No hay razón por la que seguir avanzando en esta dirección. Manera discreta de poner una pared invisible, juego. ¿Por qué? ¿Qué hiciste? ¿Quién eres, Félix?
You'll have to forgive me if I seem a bit nervous. Not many people traveling in this part of Ferelden. Of course, that's part of my problem, isn't it? Mule got spooked by a wisp and ran off into the woods. Now what do I do?
¿Parte de tu problema?
Well, yes. Oh, it's been quite the month. Allow me to introduce myself. Felix de Grosbois, merchant and entrepreneur at your service.
¿Un mercader aquí?
I don't normally take this route, but with the war, I was hoping for a bit of luck and good weather in the mountains. Sadly, I've had neither. Ugh, this trip has been one miserable disaster after another. I don't suppose you consider helping a fellow out?
¿Ayudar a un desconocido? ¿Cómo?
Of all the other things that went wrong, the worst is this artifact I brought in Jada. It's a control rod, I'm told, for a golem. No point in me keeping it, however, as I'll never get to use it. But, maybe you could?
¿Y cuál es el truco?
The catch? Yeah, I suppose it is a catch, isn't it? The catch is that the golem didn't come with the rod. It's supposed to be down in a village down south, waiting to be activated. Even if I could get down there, which I can't, I understand the place has been overrun by darkspawn. That's not such an issue for adventurous types like yourself, surely? Or I'm hoping that's so, at least.
¿Y cómo sé que funcione?
The fellow I brought it from is a long-standing contact. He didn't want to come to Ferelden, however, with all our troubles. He said he got it from the man who owned this golem. But to be honest, I have no idea if it will work. Hence the low price. What do you say?
¿Y para qué sirve una hora de control?
The dwarf I brought it from said it activates and controls a golem. So long as you have it in your hand, the golem does what you say. Might be useful, no? I mean, you look like the sort who could use one, yes?
¿Y cuánto quieres por ella?
Nothing. I just don't want to have to lug around something that might be taken for a gemstone by some bandit. To be honest, I don't even know if it'll be useful to you. I paid too much to simply throw it away.
Puta, qué ofertón. Sí, creo que me vendría bien.
Just as well. As I mentioned before, you'll find the golem down south, in a town called Honleith. I'll mark it here on your map. Just hold up the rod and say Dulaf Gar. That will wake the golem up, so I'm told. I hope it works.
Si no, volveré.
Alright, well, then I really hope it works. Best of luck to you then. Now, I guess it's up to me to find that mule myself.
Sí, vete a buscar la mula, tú. Maldito sea. Ni carajo tengo que ir. Que hay un pueblo. ¿Cómo se llama el pueblo? Y me dio algo, aparentemente. Me quedo con la raíz mortal. Porque es mortal. Tengo que viajar otra vez. Aparentemente. Honlit, una aldea donde supuestamente guarda un viejo goblin a que alguien lo reclame. Pues vamos a ver. Otra vez, mierda. Espero que no sean engendros tenebrosos. Es el mismo lugar al que acabo de estar. Me quedo con la raíz eficaz. ¿Qué quieres?
You have coin, stranger? With Orzammar closed off, old Tegra can get you a discount. Fine weapon and arms, dwarven made.
¿Qué sucede en Orzammar?
There's two things I'm here for. Travel or trade. Understand?
Vamos a ver ese descuento tuyo. ¿Qué mierda vendes acá? Toma habilidades de gemas y demás. Padre de misericordia de plata, no sé. No. No me interesa. ¿Puedo irme? Dejen de interrumpirme en los viajes, malditos. Quiero mi golem. Y llegamos a Honlit. Colgaron a una parejita ahí. Ok. ¡Carajo! Ataquen. Buen trabajo. Y me quedo con todo. Mierda. No puedo. A estos controles. Me quedo con todo. ¿Qué recibimiento? Uf. Ahí vienen más. No, perro. Señala al otro cunar inútil a pelear. Inútil. No se hace mucho el estoico, pero es medio debilucho.
As you desire.
¿Sí? Mierda, cofre de Olaf. ¿Quién carajo es Olaf? Estoy empezando a encontrar muchos cofres con llaves. Y se supone que yo mejoré el tema de las ganzúas. Así que ¿por qué no puedo abrirlo? Campamento del grupo, sí, ya sé. Un poquito tarde para ese mensaje. Pero ya están todos reuniditos. Hay que acercarse. Hay arqueros ahí. Mierda. Ahí hay otro. Uy, cobardes. Buen trabajo. Ese es el golem que me dijeron. Vamos a despertarlo. Tomar todo. Batalla engendro. Eso capaz se lo puedo dar al otro. Tiene apariencia de que puede manejar un hacha de esa magnitud. Y digo apariencia porque quizás no pueda. He muerto. Llave de bronce ensangrentada. ¿Será la del cofre de Olaf? Voy a ir a averiguarlo. Ahora mismo. Más vale que sí sea. Cristal de rolapo roto grande. Vamos al cofre de Olaf. Después volvemos con el golem. A mí me había dejado cosas acá como...
Of course.
¿Dónde está? Cofre. Ah, ahora sí lo puedo abrir. Excelente.
And so I shall.
El preciado cuchillo para el queso de Olaf. Carajo. Bueno, ahora vamos a cambiar el equipamiento. Sten. A ver, Sten. ¿Puedes usar esto? Mira lo que saca esto. 11, 330. Sí. Toma. Todo tuyo. ¿Qué le pasa? Hueso roto. Penalización a la destreza. ¿Es un hueso roto? Ok, vamos. Ni subió de nivel. Ah, vos subiste de nivel. No, para. Te voy a dar... Voluntad, sí, voluntad. Pequeña laguna mental tuve. A ver, ¿qué es esto? Virote arcano. Primordial. No entiendo una mierda. Magia de muerte. Maldición de aflicción. Y también tenés esto. Ya mismo. Necesitamos una curandera. A ver qué más me dejé por acá.
As you desire.
¿Puedo abrir alguna puerta de acá? Mira cómo. Despertate.
What we are looking at is a golem. It would appear it is defunct, though there may be a way to revive it yet.
Esos cristales incrustados en uno de ellos agrietado. Puede que sea una faca. Durafkar. No ocurre nada. Ahora bala no funciona. La contraseña no es la correcta. Continúa. Me cago ese maldito mercader. Estúpido. Me vieron la cara. Bodega de Wilhelm. Vamos a la bodega de Wilhelm. Muertos. Y un cristal. Racimo de cristales extraños. Dame.
And so I shall.
Dame. Otra vez. Dale algo. Aguántate un poco. Y eso fue todo.
Well, all right. As you desire.
Oh, anillo de hierro. Hurlock. Vamos a caché. Cadáver calcinado. Tipo de curación menor, ok, dame. Y otro cofrecito. porquería estas armaduras. Ok, algo. Cerveza especial Wilhelm. Dame. Qué sé yo, ¿para qué sirve? Uff. Más. Y estos malditos. Hay un montón de mierda. Curar. Ups. Vale, mantén a este. Bien, ¿dónde estoy yo? Mierda. Me parece que vine a una zona un poco demasiado complicada para mí. No elegí con sabiduría el lugar. Mierda. O quizás solo fue un accidente o un banqueo aislado. Esperemos que haya sido eso. ¿Qué pasa con ustedes ahí encerrados? Creo que cuando me marcan con esa cosa roja es como que me bloquean para no poder curarme ni con cataplasma ni con nada, porque estaba ahí usando como un tarado la cataplasma, pero no pasaba nada. Debe ser algún hechizo de algún tipo. ¿Qué es esto? Una carta de varias décadas de antigüedad. ¿Sí? Una carta de varias décadas de antigüedad. Señora, puedo aseguraros que el Círculo de los Hechiceros no es una institución sacrílega y que de hecho trabajamos bajo la supervisión de la capilla. Si estuvierais dispuesta a cooperar, nos facilitaríais mucho la investigación de la muerte de vuestro marido. Me entristece enterarme de que habéis vendido la vara de activación del golem. Tengo entendido que tanto ella como vuestro esposo fueron de incalculable valor para el rey Marik durante la guerra contra Orleis. Sin la vara no podemos saber si el golem de Wilhelm fue el responsable de su muerte. El golem deberá permanecer donde está, salvo que los aldeanos encuentren el modo de destruirlo. Nuestras condolencias para vuestro hijo y para vos. No creo que esto os consuele demasiado, pero aquí admirábamos mucho a vuestro marido y lo echaremos de menos. Que el hacedor os guarde, primer encantador Arlen. Y ahora aquí, si no habla con estos. Ole.
By the Maker, we're saved.
You weren't sent by the ban, were you? To save us?
Estoy buscando al propietario de la estatua que hay fuera.
The statue outside? Why would... Oh, I think I see. You bought the control rod, didn't you? You came here looking for shale.
¿Quién? ¿Estás en silencio qué? ¿Qué carajo? Bueno, te sigo.
That damnable golem brought us nothing but trouble. My mother sold the rod years ago after it killed my father, and good riddance.
¿Estás diciendo que el golem está averiado?
How should I know? It must be. My father was its master and it still killed him. Surely that's not normal behavior. My father's name was Wilhelm. Mage to the Isles of Redcliffe and a hero in the war against Orlais. And what did he get? One day my mother found him outside the tower, With so many broken bones, she could barely recognize him. And shale standing over him, just like it is now. My father deserved better than that. But if you really want to wake Shale up, well, it's yours now.
Siento curiosidad pues, sobre este sitio. ¿Dónde estamos?
This was my father's laboratory, beneath his tower. Or it was, anyhow. Look, I know you probably have more important things on your mind, but I really need your help.
Vas a tener que
I know
tolerar
you already
todas
saved
mis
my life, and I'm
preguntitas.
grateful. But my daughter is inside the laboratory. She was afraid and ran too far in before I could stop her. I don't know how she made it past my father's defenses. One of the men tried to go after her. He was killed, but you could find her, couldn't you?
¿Y por qué iba a arriesgarme?
You risked yourself to get here, didn't you? It's just a little further. That shouldn't be difficult for someone like you.
¿Y cómo sabes que sigue vive?
I don't, it's true. I'm terrified that something's happened to her and she's lying in there, injured. I can't leave here until I know for certain. Surely you can understand that.
¿Cómo murió el hombre que fue a buscarle?
There are defenses my father put down here to keep strangers out. I knew about the barrier, I had the key for that, but the rest of it, well, we never came down here. Ever.
Quiero saber cómo se activa ese golem.
How to activate it? We just used the control rod and the code phrase. Or did Mother give them the wrong one? I wouldn't be surprised. She said she never wanted to see Shale activated again. If so, I'll gladly tell you the proper phrase. Just save my little girl, I'm begging you.
¿Y qué tal si me dice la contraseña ya?
And then what will happen to Amalia?
Mierda.
No, I won't tell you. I don't care what you do. If you want that bloody golem, then find my little girl.
Bueno, qué valiente, muy bien, pero ¿qué puedo hacer, estúpido Rubiales?
Will, thank the Maker. My father's laboratory is just past the next area, I think. She has to be there.
Ay, mis stats de intimidación son basura. Vamos. Por la cuevita de las telarañas. Ajá. Me imagino que debe haber arañas acá. O algo. Escucho gritos de fantasmas. Y quién sabe qué más. ¿Qué carajo es esto? Vamos. No fue nieve. Nefrita sobre cemento. A ver qué es esto. Fuerza 2, destreza 2, ataque. Upa, eso es muy bueno. Vamos a dárselo a Stein. Estoy herido. Tengo una sorpresita para vos. Te voy a dar un anillo del Festival de la Cosecha. Y creo que me voy a... Pará, estoy herido. Ahí está. Equipo de curación menor. Este es el guerrero que mandaron a rescatar a la pequeñaja. Ok. Balsamo inferior. Sí, dame todo.
Of course.
Bien. Todo lo que brille hay que llevárselo. Debe tener algún valor. Un precio de... ¿Qué carajo?
Don't cats like to be... Oh, look. Someone's come to play.
Niña tonta.
You have come to play, haven't you?
Vamos, tengo que llevarte con tu padre.
Guessing game. It's better with more people.
No he venido a jugar.
Oh, well. I suppose Kitty and I will just
Sí,
have fun
agarra
on
la
our own
gata,
till
vámonos
someone
de
more
aquí, quiero
interesting
golem.
comes along. Anyway, you should go if you're not going to play. Kitty finds you distracting.
Claro, vámonos, puedes traerte al gato.
I can't go. Kitty says she can't come, and I'm not leaving her. She'd be lonely.
El gato no...
I would not suggest leaving in such hostile company anyhow, Amalia. Look how they act.
¿Qué carajo? ¿El gato habla?
Of course, silly.
Talking is simple enough, once you know how.
Pero en el nombre del hacedor. Vale, en serio, ¿qué eres?
I am a cat, really. Nothing you say will convince Amalia to go with you. She loves only me now. I am her friend, while you are just a stranger.
Una desconocida que te encuentra muy interesante.
Oh, did you hear that, Amalia? I have another admirer.
That's because you're wonderful, Kitty.
I have been bound to this chamber for decades, cut off from all contact. It has been maddening. Release me, mortal, and let me have the girl. Let us return to her father and leave this place.
Esos ojos son hipnóticos. ¿No crees que él se dará cuenta de que pasa algo raro?
Mortals often allow themselves to be blinded by hope. They see what they wish to see. If the father hopes to see his Amalia alive and unharmed,
¿Y tú que eres el dios de los gatos? El dios de los gatos parlantes. De acuerdo, dime cómo liberarte.
the mage's wards hold me within this chamber, and only a mortal may approach them. There is a trick to disarming
¿Qué
the
carajo
wards,
es eso?
but I do not know it.
¿Eh?
Perhaps you will succeed where the girl failed.
¿Y eso qué es?
Oh, this is so exciting. Kitty is going to be free.
Ay, no.
I've always wanted a cat, and Kitty is so perfect and
No,
pretty.
por Dios. Es lo que pienso que es. Sí, es lo que pienso que es. No, no puede ser. No. A ver, este sin sentido. ¿Qué carajo? ¿Qué carajo es esto? No sé, a ver. Vamos a mover esto acá.
Lovely. I like it when Kitty sings to me.
Ok. Sí, pon eso ahí, el otro ahí, el otro ahí, esto ahí. Oh, Dios, ¿qué es esto?
Father doesn't like cats, but he never met Kitty.
Ajá. O sea que estos son para correr. ¡Uy, me quema! Detalle. Esto por allá. Esto por acá. Ups. Mira.
Kitty says Grandpa Ben I'm locked up
Córrete.
in this room.
Por Dios.
Isn't that awful?
Es una estúpida. Ay, Sten. Ok.
Kitty is my best friend.
Niña, cállate. Necesito uno que... A ver, pará. Necesito uno que lo tire por acá. ¡Uy!
I was thinking about the sun, silly.
Sí, vamos a correr este por acá. Este por acá. Ahí, correte ahí.
All right. And so I shall.
Vamos. Estúpidos puzzles, los odio.
Yes. I can feel the magic fading. Oh, I had forgotten how it feels not to be caged.
El diablo.
Kitty? What's happening?
A wonderful thing, my dear, for both of us.
Sí, bueno. Amalia es toda tuya.
Close your eyes, my darling. This will take but a moment.
Yes, this is what I wanted. To see, to feel, as mortals do. Yes. I will go now to my father. He will be happy to see me.
Ahora eres una actriz de alguna película de Night Shyamalan. No tienes expresiones perfectas en todo sentido. ¿Qué hago? Stan no está de acuerdo. No estás de acuerdo, ¿eh? Así que tienes un costado sentimental, estúpido ser. Bueno, vamos, dame la contraseña y salgamos de este estúpido lugar. Carajo, fue ese ruido. Vamos. ¿No dejaron nada? Ok. Vamos. Niños poseídos por gatos parlantes. ¿Quién lo diría? Uy, otra vez ustedes, estúpidos seres. Están por todas partes. Solamente quiero irme de aquí.
You did it! You freed her! Thank you so much!
Ahora cumple con tu parte, Tato.
So very grateful.
Are you sure you're all right, Butterfly?
Of course I am, Father.
The phrase to activate Shale is Dulan Han. If you still want that bloody thing. I wouldn't if I were you.
We should leave, Father.
Sí, váyanse.
Of course. Thank you again. We owe you our lives.
Sean felices. Ay, Dios. ¿Dónde era la salida de este estúpido lugar? ¿Por dónde salía? ¿Por acá hay una salida alternativa? Sí, la hay. Bien. ¿Cómo dijo que era la contraseña? Ahora te activas. Dulenharn. Vuelve a la vida. Vuelve. Te necesito. No soporto Sten. Mátalo. Cumple con mis órdenes o muere.
I knew that the day would come when someone would find the control rod. And not even a mage this time. Probably stumbled across the rod by accident, I suppose. Typical.
¿Qué carajo? ¿Y cómo sabes que no soy una maga?
It thinks these crystals are simply for show, I see. Huh. I stood here in this spot and watched the wretched little villagers scurry around me for, oh, I have no idea how long. Many, many years.
Then one wonders that you wouldn't be grateful to the one who allowed you to stretch your legs, Golem.
Another mage, I see. Charming. I was just beginning to get used to the quiet, too. Tell me, are all the villagers dead?
Pues eso parece. ¿Debo deducir que eso no te preocuparía?
Familiarity breeds contempt, as they say, and after 30 years as a captive audience, I was as familiar with these villagers as one could possibly be. Not that I wish their fate on them, no. But it did make for a delightful change of pace.
¿Presenciaste el ataque?
Not as much as it would think. There was running and screaming, and then days and days of watching the Darkspawn prowl around. I would never have thought there could be something less interesting than the villagers, but there it was. Well, go on then. Out with it. What is its command?
Me han dicho que mataste a tu último amo.
Did I? I honestly don't remember. Perhaps it was after yet another time he called me Gollum. Gollum, fetch me that chair. Do be a good Gollum and squash that insipid bandit. And let's not forget, Gollum, pick me up. I tire of walking. It does have the control rod, doesn't it? I am awake, so it must.
Que no se te ocurre ninguna genialidad, golem.
So long as it holds the control rod, I could not crush its skull, even if I wished to. Not that I do. Yet. Yet there is something odd here. Go on, order me to do something.
¿Qué? ¿Por qué?
Oh, go on. It will be fun.
Me vas a atacar, no, maldito seas. No me gusta el cariz que toma esto.
Then order me to stop, or go away, or just order me, please.
Pues cállate.
And, nothing. I feel nothing. I feel no compulsion to carry out its command. I suppose this means the rod is broken.
¿Y ahora qué? ¿Te vas a poner a matar sin ton ni son?
Don't be ridiculous. Well, I wouldn't mind killing the birds. Those evil birds and their foul droppings. I could crush them all. I suppose if I can't be commanded, this means I have free will, yes? It is simply, what should I do? I have no memories beyond watching this village for so long. I have no purpose. I find myself at a bit of a loss. What about it? It must have awoken me for some reason, no? What did it intend to do with me?
¿Quién es ella? No sé, se me ocurren varios usos para un golem personal.
May I ask what sorts of things it gets up to for which I could be so potentially useful?
Matar engendros tenebrosos, básicamente.
The Darkspawn are an evil that must be destroyed, it's true. Though not as evil as the birds. Damnable feathered fiends. I suppose I have two options, do I not? Go with it or go elsewhere? I do not even know what lies beyond this village.
¿Y cómo se quiere desfiar?
I have no idea. How does it trust anything else without a control rod?
Buena pregunta.
They haven't killed it yet. I consider this a good sign.
¿Y tú qué quieres hacer?
I watched this village for so long, unable to move or act. My memories of anything before are vague at best. So I have no idea what I want to do. I'm glad to be mobile. Was that not enough?
¿Vas a seguir hablándome de esa manera tan rara, eh?
Yes, very likely.
Mataste a tu antiguo amo.
Did I? I remember that I had a former master. The mage with the furry brows who poked and prodded and barked orders. Did I kill him? I hope I did kill him. Perhaps the last order he barked was, Gollum, stop crushing my head. Ah!
Veo que no lo tenías en demasiada estima.
Yes, I'm just funny that way.
Bueno, venite conmigo.
I will follow it about then. For now. I am called Shale, by the way.
Ese es tu nombre, es un poco peculiar.
It would rather I was called Flint. Pebbles. How about rubble?
Bueno, me quedo con... Voy a dejar el perro acá y me quedo con este. Vamos. Shale no está de acuerdo. ¿Con qué no está de acuerdo, maldito seas?